Where does the story begin? Jim, tell us, how did you start this company? Where does the story begin?
For us, it begins in 2009, but the neuroscientist, quantum physicist, Dr. Blake Holloway, began his quest in 1990. And the whole premise was, how can we create a way to safely and predictably lower brainwave function, which is a challenging concept for many, to a place where the body's allowed to heal without medication. So it took this brilliant scientist 19 years to figure this out. Because of the complexity of the human brain, you'd expect it to take a long time. And in 2009, David Poole and myself got involved in this, and we took the idea and the concept, and we brought this to life.
So with NuCalm, I hear you talk a lot about frequency medicine, drug-free medicine. Talk to the listeners about frequency. What is frequency, and why do they need to understand frequencies now as they're looking at their health challenges?
Well, as Einstein said, everything's vibration and everything has a frequency.
Of the brain, what does that mean, and how does that apply, and what are the results?
And so from 2009 to 2021, we're a single product company, $6,000 device. Wow. From 2021 to present, we're now 6 products. So 6 products manage all 5 categories of your brain. And we were able to successfully transition from a complicated medical device, for the first time in history, this has not been done before, to a mobile app. Why did we do that? We're not a mobile app company. But we want to serve. If you don't make it easy for humans, they will find excuses not to take care of themselves. So today, when we say a remote control for your brain or having the power of your brain in the palm of your hand, it's because we took all of this ability for you to control your state of mind, how you feel in the present moment, through a mobile app. You simply select what you want. Hey, I want to focus. You select it. Our neuroscience does the work.
I can tell you this, you're not getting a second chance at this, right? I want people to understand how to live their best life. I want people to understand what the consequences of ignoring stress are. I want people to understand what's the consequence of surrendering good sleep every night because you're a parent, or because you're traveling, or because you chose a lifestyle where you're on shift 24 hours and you're off shift. What does that mean for you in your life? Because you get one chance at this thing. I don't know what happens after this, but I can tell you, you're not getting a second chance at this, right? So for me, it's, hey, let's educate. A second chance at this, right? So for me, after this, but I can tell you this, you're not getting a second chance at this, right? So for me, it's, hey, let's educate people on managing stress. Should be as important as your diet, should be as important as your exercise, should be as important as your sleep. Those 4 pillars are what makes you whole. And the thing that Dr. Holly used to say to me, I really appreciate all the time, was, you were born perfect. I don't care if you had 11 fingers and 9 toes, you're still perfect. And your body's a perfect ecosystem and knows exactly how to create a perfect environment and a perfect response for you, right? So to do that and manage that, you need to manage your adrenals and you need to manage your cortisol. End of story.
Alcohol, recreational drugs, pharmaceuticals, everything. But you can literally, today if you wanted, take all your accelerant drinks, your coffee drinks, your sugary drinks, your sodas, alcohol, recreational drugs, pharmaceuticals, everything. Put it on one side of the table, and the other side of the table, put the NuCalm app and a headphone. We figured it out. We solved how to modulate with exceptional precision your brainwave frequencies. We're only to educate you on how your brain works. So you're like, okay, this is possible. And then we say, this is what we did. But we have created a way for you as a human to modulate your brainwave frequency so that you can now be in command of your patience, your presence, your personality, your executive functioning, your logic, your ability to either respond or react to stress, your ability to sleep, your ability to focus, your ability to elevate. You can do anything with a mobile app. Now today, there's 8.4 billion people that inhabit planet Earth. 7 billion people have access to a mobile device. So our total addressable market today is 7 billion humans that we can help modulate and solve your stress, improve your sleep quality, help you focus like a laser on demand, and elevate your energy. And all you need is a mobile app and a headphone.
Most people are in stress and their broadcasting on brain has 5 frequencies: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Most people are in your brain has 5 frequencies: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Most people are in stress and they're broadcasting on beta. And that beta wave is called the slave wave or the poverty wave. Wealthy people broadcast in between alpha and theta. That's called the wealth wave or the billionaire brainwave. When you meditate, and there's other things you could do as well, but meditation is one of them. When you meditate, it's not the only thing that does this, but when you meditate, in the process of meditating, the brain gets into that alpha theta place, that magical place where you can put out an intention and start manifesting your goals, dreams, and desires. It is magical, the effects, the positive effects of meditation.
We've done over 2,600,000 surgical procedures. So if anyone's curious, the power of our neuroscience or the power of your brain, we've done over 2,600,000 surgical procedures with people being operated on without general anesthesia, no compromising of your central nervous system. You're listening to our neuroacoustic software with headphones, wearing an eye mask, being operated on. That's how powerful this is, and that's how we started. Of where you chose to go. Stressed, you're increasing your brainwave function. So what we do is, in a bed of software, we present your brain through your ears a signal that your brain interprets, synchronizes to, and you are stressed. You're increasing your brainwave function. So what we do is, in a bed of software, we present your brain through your ears a signal that your brain interprets, synchronizes to, and then you follow the recipe of where you chose to go. We've been partnering with hotels for about 10 years, okay? Some of the best hotels in the world, Four Seasons, St. Regis, Ritz-Carlton, Fairmont, but we've never done it on a big level until now. We've always done it in the auspices of the spa. Well, John, I can't speak for you, but I've been traveling for 31 years on business, and I've only had 2 massages in 31 years, and those were board of directors meetings where I had an off day and just was killing time, literally. So if there's an opportunity for me to restore, get rid of my jet lag, energize, prepare me for why I'm there, whatever business meetings I'm preparing for, I would like to know that there's that opportunity on property, and I'm not going to go into the spa to find it. In the last couple of years, that opportunity on property, and I'm not going to go into the spa to find it. So now, in the last couple of years, we were a single product entity from 2009 to 2021. We've done hundreds of before and after interviews. And the before interview is fascinating because you're going to see fear at a level you're just like, this is bizarre. Their neck is red, their eyes are darting, their mouth is dry. They're literally talking in gibberish. They speak English, but they're not speaking in English. You're just like, what are you talking about? Then they go get operated on. You witness the operation. It's bloody. It's gory. Sometimes it's barbaric, whatever. You're like, this is crazy. They're just listening to our physics. After the surgery, they look into the camera and they say, I knew I was being operated on, but I couldn't find a place to care. That's when we knew. We're like, we're doing this? And it was in 2016, I was with Dr. Holloway. We were witnessing probably our 400th surgery. It never got old. It always was like, I got to suspend my disbelief and witness this. And even to the surgeons, they're like, this is unbelievable. I looked at Blake and I said, Blake, if we can take everybody's brain to 4 hertz, and there's an acute stress response when you're about to be operated on. And it doesn't matter who you are, gender, age, where you live, disease state. Can we take everybody's brain to 0.5 hertz and put them to sleep? Yes. I'm the president and CEO of Solace Life Sciences, a neuroscience company that's been around for 20 years on a mission to improve humanity and the human experience. And for 12 years, people have known us as a singular enterprise. NuCalm, the world's first and only patented technology, clinically proven to lower your stress and improve sleep quality without drugs. Profound, amazing. A direct connection. What does this mean? This nerve is connected to the voice box and the vocal cords from the laryngeal nerve. A direct connection. What does this mean? This means that the vagus nerve and the voice are directly related. The voice is a direct amplification of your nervous system. So in this 35-second recording, we have all these algorithms and all this science to look at 10,000 specific data points, all directly related to your nervous system. So now the stress assessment, which is not available on the NuCalm app yet. You have to actually go through your NuCalm, account management portal online on your phone. You go to www.nucalm.com and you log in. 35 seconds. The recording goes to our algorithms, and within 5 seconds, you're given a number between 1 and 100. The scale is red, which is no bueno, orange, which is no bueno, yellow, maybe bueno, light green and green. 1 to 100 or 0 to 100. That's it. This is a coherence score that is the most accurate measurement of your nervous system at that moment in time. This is incredible to me. You could, if you wanted to, just for shits and giggles, I don't know why you would, but you could go to your doctor and have blood drawn. You can go to your doctor and submit a stool sample. You can go to your doctor and get a CT scan. You can go to your doctor and get a PET scan. You can go to your doctor and get an fMRI and an MRI, and you can collate all that data. It would be less precise than this 35-second measurement, specifically showcasing your nervous system. And you're going to see significant improvements. 7% of the population state that they have difficulty falling asleep some of the time to all of the time. Humans need sleep. We need restoration. We need recovery. So today we're releasing Deepest Sleep Plus. You're going to see significant improvements in your deep sleep, and you're going to see significant improvements in your REM. You're going to be better for it because you're going to get the restorative sleep you deserve and we all need.
What will fulfill you in sleep is I do use a device called is ideal, but I often get 4. Too many days of 4 will run anybody down. Sleep experts will tell you 6 to 8 hours. I go late into the night and then I get up pretty early based on my schedule. So what will fulfill you in sleep is I do use a device called a NuCalm device. You listen to this music that puts you in an alpha and a theta state. So it's like right on the edge of sleep. And I find it incredibly restorative. And I use it as a meditation device, and I do it for 27 minutes, and it feels like 2 hours sleep.
This new technology is called NuCalm. And unlike your other apps, guys, I've got a brand new biohack to tell you about that should replace all your mindfulness and meditation apps. This new technology is called NuCalm. And unlike your other apps, NuCalm utilizes this really cool new technology called neuroacoustic software tracks, and it actually sets the pace your brain waves are operating from the higher stress-inducing frequencies down to the lower, more calming ones. And in fact, NuCalm has been clinically proven to fight age-related stress and inflammation. I don't know about you, but I've been under tremendous stress lately. But I've been using NuCalm for the last several weeks, and it has been an absolute game changer. So I recommend you checking it out.
Amazing to us that NuCalm has done 2,400,000 surgical procedures without one adverse outcome, and it's an alternative to general anesthesia.
So for a clinician to work on somebody who's still, who's calm, who's available, and is literally in this state just above deep sleep, that gives that surgeon a lot more confidence. And the body is less resistant. When you're like this, like a meditating monk, and you're being operated on, it's a lot better than this, because blood flow, metabolizing through local anesthetic or general anesthesia, saliva, all these aspects of our body that's a mechanism of fight or flight is all remediated. You're literally working on a monk. So yes, clinicians for years have said, hey, I love this because it allows me to be a better surgeon, a better doctor, a better clinician, and my patients heal faster because the stress response is mitigated immediately. Stress impacts healing because the body's inflammation response brings so much, it overcompensates, and that's where the pain and the healing is compromised.
What does that mean, and how does that apply, and what are the results?
And so from 2009 to 2021, we're a single product company, $6,000 device. From 2021 to present, we're now 6 products. So 6 products manage all 5 categories of your brain. And we were able to successfully transition from a complicated medical device, for the first time in history, this has not been done before, to a mobile app. Why did we do that? We're not a mobile app company. We want to serve. If you don't make it easy for humans, they will find excuses not to take care of themselves. So today, when we say a remote control for your brain or having the power of your brain in the palm of your hand, it's because we took all of this ability for you to control your state of mind, how you feel in the present moment through a mobile app. You simply select what you want. Hey, I want to focus. You select it. Our neuroscience does the work. NuCalm has taken 33 years and $42 million of patented clinically proven neuroscience that used to be a 4-component complex $6,000 device into a mobile app. And on that app, there are 6 channels. So you as a consumer get to choose. How do I want to feel right now at this moment? And how do I want to activate this and get to a state without drugs or side effects? So deep sleep is used at night. It's used through a speaker. It is not binaural signal processing. It's called isochronic waveform. So through a speaker at night, you put on deep sleep, and within minutes, it simply cycles your brainwave down to 0.5 hertz and puts you to sleep. It's an 8-hour track, and along that journey of sleep, you're filling in gaps in your sleep architecture, and your sleep efficiency is improving. Then we have rescue, power nap, and flow state. These are the core clinical therapeutic values of NuCalm. Rescue has been used in over 2 million surgical procedures, replacing general anesthesia with people being operated on listening to our physics. This is the key, this is the patents and all the stuff we've done across the years with cancer and multiple sclerosis and addiction and trauma and surgical procedures. Rescue is the key cornerstone neuroacoustic software of NuCalm. Rescue is the key for any athlete and any fan who is so excited, they get so amped up for the game, and then you win, you're amped up, and you lose, you're so disappointed. Rescue is something you do after performance for recovery. Reset my mind, reset my body, lower my stress response, raise my rest response. When I raise my rest response, I can be more patient, more present, more clear-headed, more focused, more energized, more calm. I'm not sabotaged by anxiety and fear and other people's concerns and worries. So rescue, power nap, and flow state are the recovery elements. Then we have focus. Focus was just released in July of 2022. It took us 7 years to create this. Focus oscillates your brain between 15 and 20 hertz. There's a specific frequency that correlates to high levels of clarity, concentration, and comprehension, and that's 18.4 hertz. The human brain can only stay in a thinking process like this clear focus for 15 to 20 minutes. Called the Pomodoro technique. So for about 15 to 20 minutes we can be focused. Then you'll notice your mind starts to distract and we reach diminished returns. Well, not with physics you don't. So we have a 47-minute full focus track. You put headphones on and you are laser focused on what you're trying to accomplish. Then we have Ignite. Ignite is hugely beneficial to the professional athlete. For 6 years, we use this in confidence with 56 professional sports teams and across the Department of Defense. Literally putting this into the hands or into the heads of Special Forces, Air Force Special Operations Command, Navy SEALs, etc. Ignite oscillates your brain starting at 15 hertz in a 14-minute neuroacoustic software journey all the way up to 40 hertz where you're fully activated and ready to prepare for any performance, and you will have an unstoppable feeling of absolute certainty. Let me repeat that. An unstoppable feeling of absolute certainty. You will achieve anything you set your mind to, because there is no distraction and you are fully activated, so you have full access to all of your muscle memory and all of your training.